Congressional leaders from the Carolinas caught in the middle of thousands of text messages linked to the January 6 riots. Good evening. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Alicia Barnes.
And I'm Brian Blakely. Today, former Vice President Mike Pence was in Charlotte, and Queen City News asked him about the messages from Mark Meadows and GOP members of Congress.
Our chief political correspondent, Emma Withrow, joining us live here in the studio with new details tonight. Emma, what did you learn?
So the messages were exclusively obtained by Talking Points memo after former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows was forced to turn them over to the House committee investigating January 6th. Now, according to TPM, the messages feature conversations between Meadows and 34 different GOP members of Congress, some of which are actually from our area. So the messages were all sent around the time of January 6th, some before, some after. North Carolina Representatives Ted Budd, Greg Murphy, Richard Hudson, and Dan Bishop were all reported to have communicated with Mark Meadows from the text logs TPM reviewed. Budd texted him about Dominion voting machines being linked to billionaire George Soros. Murphy texted him about another version of the state legislature strategy, which emphasized the importance of Republican legislatures moving to appoint pro-Trump electors. And Bishop texted Meadows about his objection to the election results. Congressman Ralph Norman from South Carolina actually encouraged Meadows to talk to President Trump about invoking martial law. And today, Norman sent out a statement addressing that text by saying, quote, obviously martial law was never warranted. That text came from a source of frustration on the heels of countless unanswered questions about the integrity of the 2020 election, without any way to slow down and examine those issues prior to the inauguration of the newly elected president, end quote. Now, I asked former Vice President Mike Pence for his response to the leaked text messages from his former GOP colleagues. Take a listen.
I have not reviewed those reports. But I will say January 6th was a tragic day. But thanks to the courage of law enforcement at the Capitol and federal law enforcement, the violence was quelled, and we were able to reconvene the Congress on the very same day. And I'll always believe in my heart of hearts that we did our duty under the Constitution of the United States and the laws of this country.
So I reached out to all North Carolina representatives who were listed in Mark Meadows' text logs, but did not hear back from any of them. Now, for the latest development, though, in all of this, we just received a press release from the York County Democratic Party calling for Congressman Ralph Norman's immediate resignation in response to these messages surfacing.